What is going on, everybody? John Impemba here with Andrew Cooper. Welcome into the Week 9 Thursday Night Football preview. We are here to answer your start sit questions, get you ready for Thursday Night Football's matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to do a little showdown, going to do a little betting, sports props, you name it. We'll cover it here, get you guys all good to go tonight. Coop, how we doing?
Doing great, man. Lufa's birthday rolls on. My dog Lufa treats, walks, the whole deal, man. So we're just having a good time over here. There's no cheese left in the fridge, John. There's no cheese left in the fridge.
Did you get her pup cakes? Like, what did you guys do
today? We got. She likes like the hard ones. She likes like the yak bones and stuff like that. Okay. So yeah, with cheese on everything.
Icy paws, frosty paws, rather.
What's a frosty paw, dude?
Dude, you go to your ice cream section, and they're little like hoodsie cups for dogs.
I bet you would destroy those. All right, we'll check it out.
Yeah, they got peanut butter flavor. They got regular flavor because they're dogs. I don't even know if they know the difference. But yeah, frosty paws are the way to go, man.
All right.
So happy birthday to your dog Lufa. Chat is filling up. Appreciate you all joining and tuning in here. If you guys want to do us a favor, help us out, go ahead and get that like button, a little tapper there on tonight's stream. If you haven't yet already subscribed to today's channel or the Fantasy Live channel, make sure you do that as well. Get notifications whenever we go live here, which is quite often. We're live all the time.
Chatting it up, dude. Well, the thing is, like, we do the show. So we did the show today from 2 to 3, but people got to work and stuff, man. It's like not everybody's around. Some people are at work, and that's when they like watching, which even better. You know what I mean? Throw it on the background, hang out. But, people got to get their lineup set. No better time than right now because we have the inactives and stuff for tonight's game.
Yeah.
Obviously you only have a few guys maybe playing on Thursday or not. If you have a Thursday one, get it in there and get it going. So let's go, guys. And I see you guys in the chat. Rob, did I find my sweatshirt? No, dude. It's controversial right now in this house. Sweatshirt lost. One of my favorite sweatshirts, and the last person wearing it, the number one suspect, my wife. Dangerous situation. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. But yeah, we got football, we got questions. Get them going. Let's go.
I don't know if you've noticed the new background we have here, Coop, promoting the Bettercast. We got Bettercast questions live already, pregame questions live. You can scan that QR code on the screen, download the free Bettercast app. Take part in tonight's action there, answering some pregame questions like this one right here, Coop. Bettercast. Will Levis over or under 201 yards passing there? There is, I think it's 10 pregame questions available for answering. Earn points. Turn those points into cool rewards if you take down tonight's Bettercast contest. So scan that QR code that's on the screen. Download the free Bettercast app. Watch Play Win with us. Get in the chat. Myself, Coop, Howard Bender. The crew is in there, usually hanging out, answering these questions with you. Maybe not always answering these questions. Sometimes I just forget to answer the questions. There's too much in the chat, hanging out with everybody. So download the Bettercast app. It's cool. It's fun. It's a nice place to be here watching some football.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on there. I mean, my sister's a Dolphins fan. She's got an autographed Ricky Williams jersey through Better Sports Network. So a lot of cool stuff on there. Definitely check that out. The Bettercast. And I'll tell you, over under 201 yards for Will Levis, that doesn't match my excitement, but it does make sense, right? It's like in my mind, I'm like, yeah, dude, gunslinging, chuck it. Like I want to see him throw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Like that would be a fun game.
I would also love that. I did the Better Sports Betting Show today, Coop, as well. This is this is show 4 for me today. I was on the Better Sports Betting Show earlier today. I took the combined interception prop tonight in this game for Pickett and Will Levis over 1.5 at plus 105. So I think Will Levis is probably going to throw a couple of picks here tonight. Didn't throw any in his debut, 4 touchdowns, but on the road, Thursday Night Football, short week. He wasn't considered an accurate quarterback, just a guy with a big arm. I could see him taking some downfield shots that get picked off here tonight. So I went with the over 1.5 combined interception total for Pickett and Levis here this evening.
Yeah, I mean, he is that exact guy. He's basically Jay Cutler reincarnated, eye shut, back foot, mechanics of the problem. Like if you can take a guy like this and polish him up, that's when you get that's what the plan is, right? Like Josh Allen, super inaccurate coming out of college, super inaccurate in college. First 2 years of his career, his completion percentage was around 52%. The first year is 52%, which was not even in the top 32. And the next year, it improved 58% in his second year, which was good for QB 32. He literally went from uh, outside the range of starting QBs up to worst in the league, right? Like he improved to unacceptable. And then he turned into the Josh Allen we know now. So these guys, when they first come out, raw talent, big arm. We saw it last week. He made a bunch of crazy throws. They landed, but I could see him throwing a pick tonight. I went and looked at just betting him to throw a pick, and it was at like minus 150. I don't know if anyone has a better line out there, but betting on this guy to throw an interception at least one is probably a smart play.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. Let's jump into some of our questions again, guys. Feel free to throw them in chat. We will answer these questions for you here today. Do not fret. Don't need to enter them more than once. We'll be happy to get this all you guys set and ready to go with your Week 9 lineups here. As you can see, they're already filling up. We'll start off. OG Bobby J in chat early, throwing us a couple of questions here. George Pickens or Josh Downs? Pickens obviously playing tonight. Downs been one of your favorite plays over the last few weeks here, Coop.
Yeah, he's been great. Did he say it's full PPR? I have Josh Downs ranked ahead in full PPR. George Pickens was obviously great when Deontay Johnson was out, but he's so dependent on the big play. You go through and look, and he's got 71-yard play, 32-yard play, 45-yard play. If he doesn't hit that big play, he kind of has pedestrian days. Whereas Josh Downs, he's been rock solid in PPR. So I'm actually going to start Downs. Crazy as that sounds, man.
Yeah, I'm with you there. The Pickens needs to take some deep shots there with Pickett. Not really been the forte for him there. Another question for OG Bobby J. Tajay Spears, Roshan Johnson, Foreman. You got to pick one of the three backs here.
Yeah, I like Roshan. Foreman, once Roshan came back, things went exactly as we expected. Foreman basically got 0 pass downs. Like Roshan got all of them. And the way the team is operating right now with Tyson Bagent, there's going to be a lot of pass work. So I'm going Roshan. The thing with Tajay Spears is you have to bet on the Steelers getting out in front for it to be a Tajay Spears game. And the Steelers are giving up the 6th most yards rushing per game, 137 yards per game to the running back. So I actually think this is going to be more of a Derrick Henry game. So I like Roshan there. It's almost like if you're going to bet on Tajay Spears, you might as well bet on the Steelers to win by 7 or 10 or whatever,
Yeah, agreed. Our guy John here wants to know, pick one quarterback. I assume Daniel Jones, Will Levis, Gardner Minshew, Taylor Heineke here this week.
That's your call, John. I know how I have it ranked, but I want to hear what you say.
Yeah, I got to refresh my memory on exactly who everybody's playing. Obviously, Levis in Pittsburgh tonight. Honestly, not my favorite spot. Again, short week in Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh's defense is kind of okay. Minshew gets on the road in Carolina. The Giants are on the road in Las Vegas here. Atlanta at home against Minnesota. You know what? If Drake London is active, I think Taylor Heineke is where I go here.
Okay. See, I have them back to back, but I have Minshew ahead. I have Minshew ahead against Carolina because Carolina's, they were a team that you could run on but not throw on, but now, they're missing J.C. Horn, they're missing Jeremy Chin. Von Bell was out last week. I don't know if
we did think that last week though, and CJ Stroud threw 140.
I know. Well, I mean, the thing is,
sometimes scheme is better than the players, Coop. So.
That's football. I think Minshew's been playing well, but I could see Heineke with Drake London.
If Drake London is active, I think I may lean the Heineke route. He threw for 170 and a score in that game. That's again tough spots. I'm not going to go Levis here tonight. Again, don't really like him on the road. Short week in Pittsburgh just doesn't feel like a great spot. And Daniel Jones has showed me nothing quite yet here.
Right.
Chad wants to know 1 point PPR. Deontay Johnson, James Cook, Darrell Henderson. I assume it's Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, let us know if it's a different. It's
not Duke or David, who aren't in the league anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm going Deontay Johnson, man. He's a PPR bandit, and he's back to doing what he does, man. He got peppered a bunch of times last week, so I think Deontay Johnson in full PPR is about as safe as it gets.
We'll send out the blanket statement now since you didn't do it at the top of the show, but we have a lot more of you guys in chat. Full names are certainly appreciated,
Please.
Especially when it's like Johnsons and Smiths and Davises and stuff like this, stuff like that. So if you can give us full names, great. Also, if you have a trade question or something, give us the full scope. Who else is on your roster? Things of that nature here. Super helpful. And again, if you haven't already, please like the channel, subscribe, helps us out there.
Please use B-Rob or Bijan. We'll get it. If you just say B-Rob or Bijan, we'll get it. If you say B. Robinson, then we have to go back and ask you again which player you're talking about. So
100%.
Yeah.
Sal wants to know, should I pick up a defense for tonight? Single game DFS. Should I pick a defense for tonight? So I've built a few showdown lineups here tonight, Coop. I do have the Steelers defense as a captain play, just in case Levis goes and throws 4 picks, gets sacked, fumbled, things like that. Again, rookie quarterback making his second ever appearance here on the road, short week. I do think that we could see the Steelers defense make some plays.
Yeah, over on Underdog, we made a little because you can do those like pick 'em things. John and I, we did the little combo move where we did over 2.5 sacks on Will Levis and also the higher on 2 tackles for TJ Watt, right?
Yeah.
Which if he gets 1 sack, then I guess he only needs 2 more.
I just want to say the 2 tackles is a fantastic line on Underdog. Over at BetMGM, TJ Watt's tackle prop was set at 2.5 at -150. So you were getting a huge value on TJ Watt, 2 tackles over on Underdog Fantasy. So
Chad, if you want some confidence in your Deontay Johnson pick, Underdog has his targets total set at 8.5. 8.5, dude. So I mean, I would be happy with 6 or 7, but they're saying the line is 8.5. Got to feel good about that.
Agreed. Nicole in here's got a few questions I see popping up from her. Team 1, as I said, multiple questions starting to pop up here. Full PBR. Need 3. Najee Harris, AJ Dillon, Miles Sanders, Roshan Johnson, Zach Charbonnet, Kenneth Gainwell. I don't know if this is a 0 RB strategy or just the way the cookie crumbled here for Nicole.
We can rule out Sanders. We can rule out Gainwell, right? Charbonnet, he played a lot of the pass work, and there was some glowing reviews for him from Pete Carroll. So I'm going to start Najee and Roshan, and then it's either AJ Dillon or Charbonnet. John, what do you think? Miles Sanders only played 12 snaps. You can't start him.
Yeah, I'm going to go Roshan here because eventually Aaron.
Well, I have Roshan. I have Najee and Roshan, so it's Dillon or Charbonnet.
Oh, probably Dillon, but I would love for it to be Zach Charbonnet. You made a good point during the Quick Out show, and I actually was looking at it because I have Charbonnet on a few teams. He played the entire 2-minute drill. So if they're going to be in a spot against was it Baltimore this week where they need to play from behind or in a 2-minute drill, Charbonnet is going to get those plays. But the fact that Jones is still limited in Green Bay, and they keep saying like he's still not 100%, probably have to go Dillon here, but I don't.
Nah, go Charbonnet.
Upsize Charbonnet.
Dude. Yeah, have some fun, Nicole. Let's go. Sharps, baby.
This one seems, I guess, based off your last answer, the obvious play. We're going to Najee Harris here for Rob.
Yeah, Najee Harris. I'm a big Miles Sanders fan. A lot of us have Miles Sanders because of me. I wrote a whole article on it. I apologize because the first game of the season, he had almost 100 yards from scrimmage, right? And then when the Andy Dalton at quarterback, he got like 9 targets. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, we're going to be all right here. But then, he hurt the groin, he hurt the shoulder. Supposedly he's healthy now, but 12 snaps. Chuba Hubbard got 40. He's on the back burner for me in every league. I'm not dropping him, but I need to see him play at least 50% of the snaps until we can trust him again. For now, you cannot trust that player.
I agree. Nicole's team number 2, 1 PPR needs 1. Najee, Warren, Spears, Roshan, or Sanders here.
I think I'm still just starting Najee.
Yeah. Still going to go Najee there as well. They both got 6 targets last week, and Najee Harris is the lead running back. So,
yeah,
got to go there. AA with a DeAndre Hopkins or Rashid Rice question. A lot of people are getting very excited about DeAndre Hopkins with the change of quarterback. I think it's rightfully so because, again, they've had nothing at quarterback this season. Seeing Levis just flick his wrist, throw it 60 yards downfield, and DeAndre Hopkins is down there pulling it down. Great.
Getting behind everybody.
Don't know if this is the right matchup, though. I feel like Rashid Rice, assuming Patrick Mahomes is healthy and over the flu, we're expecting that Sunday night morning football game to be a barn burner between Miami and Kansas City here.
Right, exactly. And let's be realistic here. The sports books and the BetterCast app are setting the line at 201 yards for
37 game total.
Yeah. Just go with Rashid Rice. He finally led the team in wide receiver snaps and routes run. It should be a shootout. Knock on wood, everything is set up for it to be. So go with Rashid Rice.
Yep, I would agree with you on that one here as well. Moving our way down here. Nicole again with another Q. Need 1 Najee, Roshan, Sanders, Spears, Dillon. So she kind of just kept on snapping up same running backs here. Still Najee Harris for me, right?
Yeah, that's the same question. It's just the same. It's the same players in a different order.
Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah, it's Najee still. It's Najee.
Yeah, still going there. Yes, all my running backs are similar. So she knew what we were saying. And
Okay.
yes, I hate them all. Sorry, Nicole.
Nicole knows what's going on, dude. That's fine.
Let's see. Najee in the flex, or Addison, Nico, or Thomas. I'm gonna go Michael Thomas here against the Bears.
Yeah, Michael Thomas has been. I mean, he's a target machine, unless it's like standard, or you know what I mean. But like, you can't start Addison with Jaron Hall at quarterback.
Right.
Nico is not a bad play, but I mean, Michael Thomas is getting peppered, man, and you can throw on the Bears.
Yeah, you can definitely throw on the Bears here. AS wants to know: need 2 Flowers, Amari Cooper, Hopkins, Godwin, Watson, half PPR.
Squad. I'm not going to start Watson in that event. I think I'm going to start Flowers. He's got the Seahawks. He's playing a good snap share, and I still kind of like Amari with Peach, but I don't know, I could be convinced on Godwin. What do you think, John? Amari's got the he's got the Cardinals, so
yeah, I think I'm going to go Amari Cooper for sure. And then you said Godwin.
I said Flowers. I said Flowers, but it is half PPR, which is not a great format.
My thing is, like, Flowers isn't finding the end zone. I guess Godwin isn't really either.
He did against the Vikings.
Yeah, he did find one against the Vikings. It's close.
Amari and Godwin in half PPR.
Yeah, go Amari, Godwin. I think Baker's going to throw more in that one. Joe here wants to know.
Josh, what up, dog? We gotta say what up to Josh. Are you kidding?
I'm just going questions.
No.
It's sports radio. Save the pleasantries for later. He's got a question right below. We could have said yo in that one.
What up, Josh?
PPR received an offer. His Lamb and Brian Robinson for my Breece Hall and Nico Collins. So, I mean, CeeDee Lamb is an absolute baller, but you're giving up Breece Hall here.
I think I would go Hall and Nico. Yeah. Running backs are just so hard to find, man.
Well, he's giving up. You're giving up Hall and Nico. So you're keeping Hall and Nico, is what you're saying?
I'm keeping Hall and Nico. Dude, Hall is like, he could be a league winner, man.
Sure.
Brian Robinson's just so boring, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Played fewer snaps than Antonio Gibson once again. The thing is, Brian Robinson, if he was on the Chiefs, or if he's on a team that was like in winning situations all the time, he would be a good player.
Oh, right? Does it change your question? He says he could also swap Jacobs for Hall. Would you trade Jacobs and Nico for Lamb and Ryan Robinson? No, a little closer.
Just start Swift and Jacobs and Hall every week. You have a flex, right? Just like you have a good thing. You have a good setup here. Jeff Wilson's useless.
CeeDee Lamb is obviously the alpha in that deal. So
Breece Hall and CeeDee Lamb. Breece Hall is just as valuable.
Sure.
Would you trade Breece Hall straight up for CeeDee Lamb?
Depending on what my running backs look like.
Yeah,
CeeDee Lamb's coming off 140 yards and like 3 scores. 20-man PPR, big league here. Jacoby and Demario Douglas for DK Metcalf.
So who's he starting, dude? He's starting.
My roster is Lamar, JT Jones, Tyreek, Kirk, and Kittle, and Jacoby. So he's starting Jacoby. Demario Douglas isn't even on his roster, so he'd be upgrading maybe.
Yeah.
DK Metcalf for Jacoby Myers here.
Yeah, do that for sure.
Yeah, changing quarterback, changing offense. You don't know what Jacoby Myers' role is going to even be on that team.
And I like Pop Douglas, but I mean, it's hard to start him right now.
Agreed. And then Aaron Jones and Rondale Moore for Josh Jacobs. So he has Aaron Jones already, and Moore's on his bench. So
yeah,
going
do that
Jacobs
too.
To Jones.
Yeah, you have a pretty good team for a 20-man league. I'm not going to lie.
I would agree with you.
Great team. Yeah. The thing with Rondale Moore is that you're really banking on carries from week to week, and I don't like playing that game.
Sure. Bettercast pregame prop number 2, Najee Harris over under 45.5 yards.
Jeez, I don't know. Under, like, the Titans and Jeffrey Simmons are pretty mean up front, are they not? He would need to break off a big play at some point to do it, because I don't think he's just going to run for even if he runs for 4 yards a carry. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to run against that Tennessee team. So I'm going to go less than the 45.5 as well.
I could see him having combined like a decent total if he's catching passes. So
sure. Big Mac says pick 2: Akers, Henderson, or Spears.
What happened? Definitely not Akers. Henderson. Henderson is the guy I want. Oh, Henderson and Spears. You can't trust Akers. Even though he scored the touchdown, he didn't really play at all. Like he was
Right.
part-time player. Very small.
Kevin says, feeling a hunch, Levis or Sam Howell this week?
Sam Howell, dude. Sam Howell's like QB 8 on the season. Like he scrambles a bit, he makes some plays, right? He's only had one bad game, Sam Howell.
Yeah. Angie, what's up, Angie? Wants to know, taking a flyer on Levis tonight or wait for Daniel Jones, or even if Kyler is active. This is where I'd play Levis.
I'm playing Levis. I'm terrified of Daniel Jones,
and I'm not going to wait and see if Kyler Murray is active either. There,
so. Daniel Jones said that he's got a neck injury, which he's had in the past, and he said that some days he wakes up and his left side is numb. I mean, that is bad. That tells me that one wrong hit, and he honestly sad to say, might be done playing football forever. I mean, they had a player, David Wilson, right, that played for the Giants, and he had, a congenitive spine thing similar to what Michael Irvin had, and he had the one hit, and they showed him, they told him like, hey, Michael Irvin had this, and Mike, if you go back and watch Michael Irvin's last play, he took one bad hit and then he stopped playing football forever. Like David Wilson took the insurance payout and he went to go run track. And Daniel Jones, man, I mean, if you have a numbness from a neck injury, I don't know if it's worth it, dude. I don't know if it's worth it. So
very, very difficult to commit to that one for sure. So Will Levis is where I'm going to go there tonight. Sports Dog 1000.
Sport Dog 1000. What a name, dude.
8-team, 6-point PPR. I was able to pick up Chuba Hubbard. I have James Cook and Brian Robinson. Yes, Hubbard in a flex over Davis, Nico, Palmer, and Rice. Would you play Hubbard over either of those running backs here? Or wide receivers, rather.
So I would play Hubbard over Brian Robinson. And then I would put Rashee Rice in the flex. We like Josh Palmer, but we don't like the matchup this week because those two corners on the Jets, Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed, they don't go in the slot. Sauce Gardner has 0 slot snaps. DJ Reed has 2. So Keenan Allen's going to operate on the slot. I mean, if you go back and look at the Cowboys versus Jets game, they just put CeeDee Lamb in the slot, and CeeDee Lamb had like 150 yards. Right. And they just don't go in there. So Josh Palmer is going to get sacrificed to the Wolves this week. And for Keenan Allen. So I think I'm going to do Robinson on the bench, Hubbard in the lineup, and Rice in the flex.
I like it. His follow-up question here, Deontay Johnson, am I playing him tonight? Yes. I gave up on Christian Watson to get Johnson. I'm fine with that. Deontay's a stud.
Do it, yeah. Again, Underdog, friends of the show, obviously, use promo code ALARM over there, and they'll give you $500 right now. Oh, look at that. We got the just put it right over my face, John, while I'm talking. No big deal. Yeah, there we go. Swap us up. So if you use promo code ALARM right now over at Underdog, they'll match you up to $500. When I signed up, it was $100. When John signed up, they just gave you like a firm handshake.
Free entry to the best.
John signed up, they just gave you a firm handshake, and they were like, "Thanks for jumping in." So you can deposit up to $500. They'll match it. If you go over there now, they not only do the best balls, which are amazing, but they have pick'em stuff, and the lines over there are pretty sharp a decent amount of the time. And Deontay Johnson, they say 8.5 targets is where they set the line. 8.5 targets. I mean, what other player in the league do you look at it and say, this guy is going to have 8 or 9 targets this week? I mean, all those guys are elite. So Deontay Johnson, I know he's got drop issues. I know he doesn't run high A-dot routes, but in a full PPR league, 8 targets is all we need in this world. 6 targets is actually all we need in this world.
Yep, I agree with you. And we're big fans of his regardless of that anyway. So
right, yeah.
Next cue here. Ethan said he's been flip-flopping back and forth all day. Any last minute Chig versus Musgrave?
That is such a tough one, dude, because if the matchups were neutral and even, I would say Chig. Chig has been pretty decent lately. This past week, he caught 4 of 6 targets, and he had a really bad drop, unfortunately, on a play that would have been 50 yards. So everybody would have been more excited for Chig if he had caught that. But here's the but that always comes in. This is a terrible matchup for Chig. The Steelers are very good against the tight end. Musgrave is going up against the Rams, who are a bottom team versus the tight end. I have him back and forth as well. I've been going back and forth on it. I think I go Musgrave if I believe in my team. If you need upside, go Chig. But I think it probably should be Musgrave.
Yep, I'm with you there. Danielle wants to know QB standard. I picked up Levis. Should I play Howell or Dobbs. I would play Howell over Levis tonight.
Yeah, Dobbs is not playing.
Yeah, Dobbs isn't starting.
Dobbs is learning the playbook this week. It's going to be Jaron Hall. So yikes.
Yeah, not I mean, not could be worse, maybe, but we'll see. Chad wants to know, need a tight end for team 2, Connor or Taysom?
I have Connor Hayward ahead. I mean, Connor Hayward's running like every route. The game before last, he ran 28 to 29 routes. This past week, he ran 43 of 53. He's only blocked on 1 pass play over the last 2 weeks. He got 6 targets, right? He caught 5 of 6 targets. Well, I mean, in any sort of PPR, that's what I want. Taysom Hill's back to being a coin flip, right? Like, does he score a random rushing touchdown or not? He got 1 target last week. He didn't catch it. He only ran 15 routes, I think it was. The week before, he ran 44. So he's no longer a real tight end. He's just a gimmick, right? So I'm starting Connor Hayward in any sort of PPR. If it's standard, then go do whatever you want to.
Yep, I'm with you there. Let's go, Dan. A follow-up question: Stroud, Jones, Minshew, or Jones here? Oh, this is a continuation. Okay, so she hit the space bar, or he hit the space bar. So it could be Howell, Dobbs, Stroud, Jones, Minshew, or other Jones, I guess.
That's you, John. But I want to start Stroud personally.
I would probably go CJ Stroud over Sam Howell this week.
Yeah.
So
Patriots are just like, they never underestimate their ability to make a game just terrible.
I know. Chris wants to know, traded Rice for Moss. I'm hurting a running back. Would you go Moss over Pickens in the flex?
Traded Rice for Moss. Hurting running back.
Great spot to run the football against Carolina. We saw that they don't care how good Jonathan Taylor's running the ball. Moss is still involved in that offense. Where you got George Pickens tonight against one of the worst pass defenses in football.
I think you start George Pickens.
Yeah, I'm gonna go touch.
Like we like the argument. What I was saying earlier, like about Pickens, of like the boom bust nature of what he does, is that I like Deontay. That was in the context of liking Deontay more. Not that we don't like Pickens. Both of them are okay.
And there is I think there was a little bit of a backlash too on the usage of Jonathan Taylor last week after he ran so well. That if he gets going this week, I don't see a scenario where they just go away from him at that point.
Coaches, I feel like sometimes when the coaches get that question, they get so defensive. And
he got super defensive. They're like, Jonathan Taylor had 94 yards in the first half. He had 1 carry in the second. Why was that? And he's like, well, Moss had a big run. They're like, yeah, Jonathan Taylor had a 60-yard run to lead the game off. So, like, what gives?
Dude, someone asked Eric Bieniemy like 2 weeks ago. They were like, isn't it kind of concerning that Logan Thomas is leading this team in targets? And Bieniemy rambled for 3 minutes. No answer. He just was so defensive. And then that week, Logan Thomas got 1 target.
Yeah, I know.
So I was like, whoever that reporter is, I'm like, dude, just keep your mouth shut, dude.
Benjamin's at standard league, Okonkwo, Higbee, or Everett.
Okonkwo. That's where I'm going, Chig. Man, well, the thing is, you got to start Okonkwo tonight, and we don't know the deal with Everett. Everett did practice today, but
yeah, I think he got upgraded to healthy or whatever it was, taken off the injury report or something like that.
So. I think I ranked him ahead of Chig. I just posted my rankings, so I should know. I have Chig 1 spot ahead of Everett. Let's go, Chig tonight.
Chig it is. Dennis wants to know, half PPR, start 3. Bijan, Devonta, Nico, Deontay, or Olave. So we're definitely locking in Deontay.
Yeah.
Probably
I'm starting Bijan, dude.
You're going Bijan as your 3?
I'm starting Bijan and Deontay Johnson and then Olave.
Okay. That's where we're going. Levis or Bryce Young? Oof. I think Will Levis is where I would go this.
This is crazy.
Don't throw enough for Bryce Young. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I like Will Levis is fun, man. He's fun.
Yeah, I don't know. Bryce Young's floor is just as bad, I think. So I'm not going there.
The floor is just as bad, and I think the ceiling is higher for Levis. Huck it, chuck it. Let's go, baby.
Yep, agreed. All right, Hopkins or Puka, or Mari Cooper. Pick one.
Just one.
Mari.
Yeah, well, Puka's gonna have a backup QB, right?
Yeah, Hopkins gets Pittsburgh tonight. Cooper gets the better matchup. So go Mari Cooper here.
Go Mari Cooper, yeah.
1 point PPR from Mike, Najee Harris or Chuba Hubbard.
I think I would actually go Chuba. Okay. Chuba played like the entire game. This run defense for the Titans is pretty good.
It is. It's really good. Daniel wants another one. Standard league. KJ Osborne, Demario Douglas.
we go pop there, right? Like KJ Osborne with Jaron Hall. That sounds terrible.
Douglas literally might be the number 1 wide receiver in New England this week.
He's electric, bro. I
just also don't have anything. Devontae Parker is in concussion protocol. Kendrick Bourne's out. Go pop Douglas here. And then Rashad White or Ford. White's still getting all the volume. So
yeah.
And it's a decent matchup against Houston to run the football. So
Houston, baby.
Give me Rashad White in that case. Josh wants to know, can we rate
Jerome Ford playing the Cardinals though, dude?
Jerome Ford had 1 carry for -1 yard last week.
Yeah, don't start Jerome Ford. He's still banged up, yeah.
And Kareem Hunt is keep playing more, dude. Kareem Hunt is at the very least making that a 50-50. So
I know, dude. I just remember the Christian McCaffrey game against the Cardinals, and it was just the most glorious
I hope
thing.
Kareem Hunt gets it instead this week here.
That'd be nice.
Can you rate the 16-team league for Josh here? We need Bender in for this one. We'll give you the Scoville scale, the Pepper scale. Burrow, CMC, Kamara. I mean, yeah, you have CMC and Kamara, dude. Amon-Ra, Chase. How is this a 16-team league?
No chance. That's
Burrow, CMC, Kamara, and Amon-Ra and Chase.
You're messing with us, Josh. Yeah. You're messing with us.
Is that a 16-team league divided by 2?
Dynasty, yeah.
Divided by 4?
16.
You know?
They might have, I mean, if that was a 16-team league and somebody had a team like that, I would just stop setting my lineup.
Yeah, I have to assume you're undefeated. So
of course, yeah.
I mean, that is a ridiculous. Breece Hall's in your flex.
Yeah, he has three guys that in a 16-team league. CMC, Amon-Ra, and Jamar Chase were all going in the first round. There's no chance that team doesn't even make sense, Josh. Tell us how that team happened. Yeah. I would love to know the story of that team.
Big Mac says he's hyped for Levis tonight. Yeah, listen, this is the only reason I said I like this game tonight to watch. The only reason this is watchable because I want to see either Levis do what he did last week or get crushed. It's one of the
Dude, if this was Tannehill, I might be considering the Keith Sweat tonight. For those the unfamiliar, we had a producer, Keith Skopinich, that loved to bet that there would be no touchdowns scored in the game, and actually hit on a Thursday game once with the Broncos and the Colts.
Yeah.
You know, the bet is plus 3,500 this week. So not a good bet, but like if Tana was a QB, I would just bet that.
So, yeah, consider it here.
And do the dishes or something.
Chargy, half PPR, need 2. Deontay, Josh Downs, Rashid Shaheed, or Nico Collins. So, we're definitely in on Deontay Johnson. I feel like Downs is the next is also here, but it's a half PPR.
It is half PPR. The thing with Shaheed, man, is that like he is such a boom bust guy. I definitely get the FOMOs about not starting him, but he only ran 18 routes and he, got 3 targets, caught all 3. They were all bombs, but it's like if he gets over, if when the big one happens, if Derek Carr overthrows him, then Shaheed's going to have some rough games. He's basically the new like Santana Moss. Remember Santana Moss, John,
yeah.
Where it was like they would chuck it up to him twice and they would throw him a screen pass or 2. So every once in a while he would have 200 yards. And then in the other games where he just caught the screen and nothing else, he would have 1 catch for 3 yards. So Shaheed can be scary in that sense.
I agree with you there. Let's see here. Chad wants to know Brian Robinson or Devin Singletary?
Brian Robinson or Devin Singletary? I think you got to start Brian Robinson. It's a bad matchup for Singletary. Is Vita? Where's Britt?
Vita Vay's back. He's back.
He's back. Okay, yeah. You don't want to start anybody against.
No, go Brian Robinson. Pickens or Najee tonight? Half PPR.
Pickens for sure.
And then Levis or Minshew here, Coop. Where's your rankings?
I like Minshew. I know for a fact I have Minshew ahead.
I would use Minshew versus Carolina.
I like Minshew this week.
Yeah,
I have Minshew like top 15.
Our friend Britt popping in. Pierce is doubtful to play, so Singletary's gonna start tonight. In this matchup, but still, I don't know. It's not a great spot. I guess if he's gonna start, maybe it changes some things here.
Jeez, Britt, I was hoping you to come in and tell me that Vita Vea is playing, and then that makes my take look better. If you don't have to decide tonight, right? Because Brian Robinson and Singletary both
run the ball so poorly.
I know, one of the worst. One of the worst in the league. So I don't know if Pierce is out, then I would start Singletary. Yep. And you have the luxury of waiting till Sunday to make the decision.
Agreed. Chargers saying he sat Shaheed last week. I mean, that's just the thing with Shaheed is that you'll play him 1 week and he'll do nothing. He'll score 130 and a score to the next. it's too boom or bust. He's not a great seasonal play until he starts getting more consistent targets and snap share.
Yeah, it's kind of the week you do start him, he will do nothing. I mark my words. So yeah.
Agreed.
All right, why don't we pop in and do a little DFS?
You want to build a showdown lineup, Coop?
Yeah, let's do a little showdown. Folks. We're not done doing questions, so if you have questions, get them in, right? But let's do a little showdown. Let's see if I can actually. I didn't pre-enter it because I'm not smart enough to do that, John. So we're just gotta. Whoops. We just gotta hope that we're in this one. I don't know what I just did.
You're breaking everything, Coop. Hit the share screen button.
Where's Heather? Where's the producer on this one? There we go. We're on the bottom now.
We're on the bottom now.
I kind of like it like this.
Yeah.
What do you guys in the chat? Do you like it when we're on the side or on the? I
think if we go on the side, then we block the chat. So I had us go to the bottom here, so the chat can stay up on the screen. Yeah.
Producer John, dude, look at you go.
I do both.
So we've been talking up Deontay Johnson a lot here. So I think we should do at least one team with him as a captain.
Yeah, I'm 100% in on Deontay Johnson as a captain. I also like the Steelers defense tonight.
Yeah. We talked about that because the interception is coming,
or
a strip sack too. Like it takes a while to get comfortable in the pocket and become. Yeah, when they talk about the guys like they sense the colors around them.
Yeah,
5K is where it is.
Yep.
Here we go. All right, chat. What do you guys think? Who should we get up in here? I'm trying to think of who I like. I kind of do.
Chig, right?
I do like Chig for this. It is a tough matchup. It's a tough matchup for both tight ends. But
would you rather Chig or Treylon? A little bit cheaper.
Treylon did play more last week, but he didn't play a full snap share. He played the exact same number of snaps as Nick Westbrook-Ikine. They both played 35, I believe, which is about half the game. Do we want Derrick Henry in? If we put Derrick Henry in,
yeah,
we don't. You can kind of start whoever the heck you want, honestly.
So I'm looking at it. We have Steelers D. You have Henry Okonkwo. We have 8K of play. I don't really want a quarterback here, but we can get George Pickens still at $8,800. I think that one of these pass catchers is going to score a touchdown. I don't know which one it's going to be. And there you can go a running back, whether you think Najee Harris or Jalen Warren ends up being.
It's the exact right price for Najee Harris.
Yep.
I want to do another lineup, but I want to do one that has both quarterbacks and it's like a shootout lineup that has both tight ends too. I think if you start Okonkwo and Connor Hayward and the quarterbacks.
My problem with Kenny Pickett is he has one career game with more than one passing touchdown.
Yeah, I don't think he's that good. And there's a real possibility. He's been banged up. So, look, we actually got into the contest, John. Look at that.
We got it. Since we did this in the first half of the show instead of the second half of the show.
Right. Yeah.
Last week we tried to do it as the show was closing and we ran out.
We're in, dude. Should we just drop a bunch of prop bets? Let's do one more. I want to do one.
Let's do one more. We'll finish up answering some questions and we can go over some of our underdog plays for today.
Okay. We're gonna be so rich with that team. All right. Let's hit the questions real quick. The two we got in there.
All right. Let's see. Where do we leave off? Rock wants to know flex 2 Dotson, JSN, Ferguson, or Roshan.
Target's been up for Dotson lately, so I think I'm going to get Dotson in there. He's got last 2 weeks, he's up to like 7-8 targets, and Curtis Samuel was banged up. I know Jameis and Crowder jumped in and immediately became Curtis Samuel, but I'm not going to start Ferguson.
So we got Dotson and then who? We need one more.
JSN or Roshan, John? What do you think?
Roshan.
I think I like Roshan too. JSN's third man. He's the third fiddle.
Chad saying he appreciates us. We appreciate you, Chad. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for hanging, Chad, man.
Parker wants to know, would you do this? I get Ford and Sutton for Addison. I think Addison still might be okay when Dobbs is quarterback, but what are your thoughts here, Coop?
I think I would do it, man, because by the time, there's also the risk of Justin Jefferson coming back. If and when that happens, Addison could go back to being the third guy. I already screwed up the screen. I don't know how to fix it.
I'm trying to fix it. I don't know how we got back to where we were at. I think there we go. We got Weapon X, man. It feels like it's been a little bit since we've chatted with you.
Yeah, what's up, dude? Where you been?
Warren or Tajay Spears for tonight?
I think I'm gonna go. Well, I mean, what are your thoughts?
Warren over Tajay for me.
I think I am too, but because the thing is, I mean, if the game does get out of hand and the Titans are winning, then Warren could see a lot of work. But I mean, he's safer. Tajay Spears is riskier. But I mean, on the flip side, what if it goes the other way?
All right. And then Kevin wants to know Zach Moss or Ramondre Stevenson.
Man, a good matchup for Moss, but not a bad matchup for Stevenson either. The Washington just traded away their offensive line.
Their whole defensive line is gone. I would
defensive
go with Ramondre.
line. I'm going Ramondre too. Yeah.
Weapon X saying he's been getting work 70 hours a week. Man, listen.
Damn.
We know what that's like. We love what we do, 100%. Got to talk sports, but it ain't light work out here either. So
no.
We heal you do, but happy to have you in here, man. We said we miss having you in the chat. Hope you can get in that Discord a little bit more often and stay active with us.
I'm working right now, Weapon X.
Yeah, that's true.
Doing what I love, though, of course.
Chargy got hit with running back injuries. Start one: Jalen Warren, Tajay, or AJ Dillon.
I'm going to go Warren here. Receptions are huge. AJ Dillon is just stinks, man. And he's so dependent on the rest of the offense because basically the one redeeming quality for him is he is the short yardage goal line back, right? So it's like if the offense were good, then he would be a good player, right? Jamal Williams last year, David Montgomery, but they're not getting down there. So it doesn't matter if you're the goal line back at a team that doesn't get down the goal line. Agreed.
All right, let's go back here and check out the DraftKings. So you said you wanted to put together yet another lineup for.
What if this? Yeah, let's. That lineup we just made is like this game is with that lineup. We're like, oh, this game's gonna stink. We're playing defenses. We're playing running backs. This one, I want us to envision a shootout. Kenny Pickett for the first time is awesome. Will Levis throws 4 touchdown passes again. Like, let's say
Levis probably has to be your captain then if you think a shootout is happening, right?
Yeah. So let's put Levis and Pickett in.
Okay.
Right. Which now we need some pay downs, but the tight ends are fairly cheap. So Connor Hayward is free. Chigakonkwo is free. And then now we're back up to starting whoever we want, right?
Sort of. So you get Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, well, we trust Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, and that gives us 11K. We're just off.
Do they do that on purpose, don't they? I swear they do.
They do.
All right,
let's plug in Hopkins here.
Yeah. Okay. And then we go back.
So let's see where we can pivot off of here. What do we get off of Chig? Can we get off Chig?
We get off Chig and go Treylon.
Yeah, go Treylon. There you go.
Oh, wow. That was really easy. That's so easy. All right.
Easiest thing to do.
So this is the game we should all be rooting for because this game, if this team hits, that means this game is going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. There's going to be a lot of points.
All right, cool. Yeah. So we have one boring lineup in and one. Now we make the lineup that's all defenses and kickers.
Well, I'm partial to the kickers, but
you've been crushing those kickers.
Pittsburgh is a tough place to kick the football. They have that end of the field that always gives the trouble to the kickers, dude. So.
Tell me you're not doing under kicker bets.
I'm not doing an under kicker bet. I'm just not doing any kicker bet tonight.
Oh, let's activate this profit boost. Yeah, let me just show everybody my password.
You're always saying, "I'll hide the screen for you." You figure out when you're logged in.
Yeah, there you go.
That was
I've been thinking about doing a betting article lately. I've kind of been crushing them.
We have betting articles, man. But if
I know, I might write one, dude. I might write one because I'm kind of smashing.
Throw them in the Discord. Listen, I see you at your crazy backup tight end receiving yards prop that you hit last week.
I don't. Yeah, Will Mallory.
Yeah, Will Mallory over 3.5 yards receiving.
Well, dude, I'm telling you, he only plays pass plays, so it doesn't matter how few plays he's playing. If he plays 10 plays, he runs 9 routes,
Yeah.
And I don't really bet heavy. I don't place like a lot of little bets and a lot of parlays. I find one thing I really like and I put a lot of money on it. So it's like my articles wouldn't be good because it's like I place 2 bets a week. One of them's like, $300 on Josh Downs.
Most of our bets articles are only like 2 or 3 plays. They're not nothing crazy.
Yeah, of course, my editor is like, yeah, write an article.
Throw him in the Discord. Coop's Corner, dude. You have it for a reason.
All right, I will start doing them in there. So let's check it out. Is there anything we love here? Chat, anything you guys love? Let us know.
Well, we did the underdog props. So what do we got? What are the odds on sacks here? Do we have defensive sacks tonight? Probably the DST props right next to the one you're looking at there.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
So sacks. TJ Watt. So it's that's how they get you. So a half sack doesn't do it for TJ Watt. Everybody else, if they just get a half sack,
yeah, you need a full sack for Walker or a half, 2 halves. You get the over.
The Titans. They don't really. They're not like a classic. Like, because Jeffrey Simmons comes up the middle, right? It's kind of like they just brute force you, and then whoever gets it gets it. It's not really like, oh, we're sending this guy or sending that guy. So I don't know if I really want to bet any of those.
That's fine.
What about tackles plus assists? This guy.
Who's your linebacker? You're all
well,
about?
Azeez Al-Shaair. This guy has like 9.5 though. So this guy, dude, last 2 weeks, 15 combined tackles, 11 combined tackles. So the last 3 weeks in a row, he would have hit, but 9.5 is a lot.
He would have hit 3 weeks in a row.
I know.
Why not 4?
And the other week he had 9. The other week, like, he's pretty much,
tackling machine for them.
I'll bet it, dude. Yo, last week, John.
What's our Watt tackles? 2.5. What, minus 125? Is that what that says? Down at the bottom.
Yeah.
You liked that one already, didn't you?
But I already have that at 2. I already have that at 2.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's 2.5, but it's 2 over an underdog. So if you're looking for a little edge, go take the 2 over an underdog tonight.
Well, no, on underdog it's solo tackles, dude. So last week on the show, last week I looked at who was it on the Thursday night game where I had it at 9.5 combined tackles. I didn't like that, but I was like, oh, I'll do 5.5 solo tackles.
Yeah.
I accidentally bet the wrong one. So when they show up on the right over here, I looked at it, I was like, why didn't this hit? I went back and watched the video. I put them both up there and then bet the wrong one. So I have video proof of how stupid I am last week where I said, oh, I'm gonna do this instead. And then you can watch me put in the wrong bet.
Pick the wrong bet.
Yeah, pick the wrong one. So hey, we do have some questions in the chat. I'll keep scrolling through here.
I'll hide this. We'll pull the questions up in the chat so the screen doesn't get all broken. JW here, pick 2, Mostert, Higgins, or D-Hop. Who we sitting, Coop?
I'm gonna sit D-Hop, man.
Sitting D-Hop.
I want guys. There's a couple shootout potential games this week. None of them are on the main slate, which is crushing us for DFS. But I want players in Miami, KC. I want players in Buffalo, Bengals, and then the one game on the main slate that I like is obviously the Cowboys Eagles game. But I mean, like Bills, Bengals, and Dolphins, KC. Like that's where it's at this week.
Yep, I'm in agreement with you there. Weapon X is saying Deontay over 5.5 receptions. Yeah, we're in on the receiving props here for Deontay Johnson. So I don't mind buying that one for sure. And then Chad says Hubbard or Roschon for full PPR, Coop.
I'm going Hubbard, man. He played virtually the entire game last week, so I got to go there. So that's such a Deontay Johnson setup where the over for the targets is set at 8.5, but he has so many drops that the receptions is at 5.5. That's classic Deontay. Let's put that in though. I like that over 5.5. Right?
Yeah, I like that.
Plus 105. What do you think? $1,000? If
you got it to roll, man. You got the bankroll. You're
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do $100. There's some times where I'm so confident and then I go back and I look at it and I'm like, I put $200 or $300 on something and I'm like, why didn't I put $30,000 on it? I knew it to be true.
I felt that about the Alvin Kamara receiving props.
Oh my!
He came back. I said it like 9,000 times. I had it in all of our underdog and our RT Sports prop pick articles. I was like, Alvin Kamara was like 3.5 receptions. I'm like, hammer the 3.5 receptions. Carr's going to dump it off to him all day in this spot. And he had 12 catches. He had 4 catches in the first drive. And I was like,
dude, we did that with the Jaguars matchup where I looked at it and it was like last year, 6.2 receptions per game for the Jaguars. That's what they were letting up to running backs, which was second worst in the league. And then this year coming into that game, it was 6.5.
Yeah.
So we were like, all right, let's put in, again, $200. And he had 14 receptions. And he hit the over in the first half. And I was sitting there like, why didn't I put $10,000 on this?
Yeah.
But the
He
thing
had
is,
another one during Thielen's hot run. He had his targets prop for one of the weeks was at 6.5. The man had like 45 targets to 3 games prior.
right, yeah.
He had 6 targets on the first drive. I was like, this is the easiest thing we're looking at here.
They probably,
And NGA wants to know, is Cam Hayward back tonight for the Steelers D?
where's
got any actives out?
Britt Flynn in the chat.
Yeah, Britt, if you're still watching, is Cam Hayward in tonight? I know you do the injury report.
Yeah, he's back, man. And he apparently posted a John Wick reference when he was activated. So he's feeling back. Yeah. Chad had another question for his wife's team. Did we hit that one?
No, we didn't. Hubbard or Johnson? Similar question. Same question.
Same. Oh, it was for his wife's team. Yeah. He is back. So
Cam Hayward confirming in.
Boy.
Yes.
Let's go. Big dog. Let's go.
Got a couple more minutes left here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to throw them. I'm kind of looking around, seeing what else we have in the prop game world here, Coop.
Yeah. I just wish that Levis line wasn't at -150 for an interception. It might still be worth
Well, they do that, so you have to go like same game parlay it and get some better odds, or use one of your odds boosts tonight on like that same game parlay. DraftKings gives you the 50% profit boost on a bet tonight, or at least that's what I'm looking at. And then you got a no sweat same game parlay as well. So, DK being a little friendly here.
All right. So I just opted into that. So let's do that right now then. Was it max $25 bet?
Sometimes it depends on, honestly, it depends on how much you wager, Coop. They'll scale that.
So I could do same game parlay. Should I bet on Will Levis interception and Will Levis touchdown?
I mean, he's going to probably do one of each, right?
That's what I'm thinking, dude.
Let's see here. So you got what's the Will Levis interception you said?
I suck at navigating this. I don't know. I'm in here every day. So I'm
always looking. I never know.
I'm in here every day, and I somehow get worse at it every time. Interceptions. Here we go. So it was -150 last I saw it. Now it's -160. Who cares? Okay. So we got that in there. And now we're going to do passing touchdowns over 1.5. So not over 1. 2 touchdowns. I'm doing it. Let's do it.
Plug it in.
Plug it in, dude. Yeah. I don't think there's a max.
I'm building myself a same game parlay. I got Deontay Johnson over 59.5. I have DeAndre Hopkins 50 plus receiving yards. Just a general target to hit here. Let's see what else we do here. Passing yards, Will Levis. I'm going to go over to the 200. I think we agreed on that one, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, we did like that one. And that's what I did in the Better Cast app. So
right. Kenny Pickett plus 100 plus 150 or more yards at -1,000. If you really want to go super low with these here. What's Kenny Pickett's average yards per game at?
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty low, right?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's not great.
Yeah, so it's not.
Pickett is 1,033 yards on the year through 7 games. Those are not good numbers.
So you're betting the under on that?
I don't even know yet. I may just avoid Kenny Pickett at all costs if I can do it when it comes to his own individual statistics. He's averaging 190 yards per game. So, not great. Not great stuff here. Let's see. Got about a minute left in the show. We appreciate all of you tuning in here. I'm trying to see if I can get a play in time to get something on the screen for you folks here.
Yeah, I did that. That combined bet. So I did Will Levis over one. Will Levis 1 interception, 2 touchdowns, and it's
the order of the deal. I was looking for the defensive props. I found them. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Pittsburgh Steelers to record a sack. That's -3,500. Yeah, of course. course, they're going to record a sack.
Pretty solid. Yeah. Tomorrow.
All right, guys. That's what we got here for you all today.
Yeah.
Coop and I will be back live Sunday, 11 to 12. Britt and I will be live 9 to 10. Coop and Bender will be on SiriusXM Radio 10 to 11. Make sure you check all that good stuff out. And if you haven't already, scan the QR code, get in the BetterCast app, answer those pregame questions. Locking soon and join the show. Last question of the day. Who should I start? Deontay, Pittman, or Scary Terry? Leaning Deontay so I have someone to watch tonight. That's the best part about this.
Not only is it fun to watch tonight, but I would have picked him anyway. Deontay's a target machine, so get him going.
I agree with you 100% there. All right, everybody. Good luck again in your contest here this evening. And Coop and I will, we'll catch you guys later. Have a good one.